Metamorphosis is a brand new Shudder original from Korea, and I'm going to say this just right up front. This is excellent. This is excellent. This is high contention for the best horror film of 2020 for me right now. Now, I don't want to overinflate this review and just sit here and praise it like crazy, because I don't want to get anyone's hopes up too high, but I don't know how else to do that. I don't know how else to share my feelings on this movie without getting people's hopes way too high. I just feel like it should meet them if you understand what you're getting yourself into. Now, this is a Korean horror film, so some people don't really like the subtitle foreign film style. So you might already be out there. This is an exorcism movie, and I would honestly put it in the top 5 exorcism movies. So here we go yet again. I'm, blowing this thing way too hard right out the gate, but it's the way I feel. Like, I watched this and I was just, the whole time was just like, this is fantastic. The opening's fantastic. Just everything. I mean, I don't really have a negative. I mean, if I was to sit down and do a spoiler discussion, there are little things I could point out that was like, why is this happening when this is happening? All these like little nitpicks, these little small, tiny discrepancies. But outside of that, minor things that really don't affect the film at all, I thought this was fantastic. And the fact that this has a 5.5 on IMDb right now it's criminal. It's outrageous. It's a scandal. Okay, that was some Hagrid from Harry Potter right there. But it's the way it feels to me. It's like I would look that up and I was like, a 5.5. What gives with that IMDb rating? This movie's fantastic. This is about a family who moves into a new house after we'll say, tragedy happens in the family. And while they are there, everyone in the house starts acting very bizarre. But the people who end up acting bizarre don't have any recollection of actually doing it. So now this isn't just a straight exorcism movie. Now, exorcism movies for me usually don't work that well, to be completely honest, because I find them to be very repetitive. I find them to be a genre. A lot of the times I hear people talk about zombie films like the way I talk about exorcism films. They're all the same. I don't feel that of the zombie genre as of late, but the exorcism genre, I do feel like that. I very much feel like it's the exact same film every single time. This film does not feel like the typical average exorcism movie at all, and it's because they take it into different directions, and I don't want to say what those directions are because I think that would be spoiling the film, but it mixes subgenres here. And, at its core, it's an exorcism movie, but there's a couple other subgenres that are at play here, and man, they're all executed so well. These freaking Koreans, man, they seriously make the best movies. I've said that on the channel many times. They are the most consistent. They're the most consistent country when it comes to film that I've ever seen. Now, that might just be because they only send out their best. And, if I was to actually go over there and watch like their everyday average film that doesn't even make the States, I'd be like, this is dog shit. So I'm not saying that isn't what's happening here, but the South Korean films that I've seen, I don't think they make fucking films in North Korea, and if they do, I can't imagine they're very good. But of the Korean films that I've seen, I've only ever disliked one ever, and I've seen a lot of them. So this is yet another stellar entry in Korean cinema, and especially in the horror genre. It's bloody fantastic. And it's gut-wrenching. And there are moments where I literally, out loud, was like, oh my God, holy shit. And there was another moment where I was like, that really just fucking happened? That really just happened? So I highly recommend the hell out of this one, obviously. Get Shudder. It always seems like I'm, plugging Shudder because I'm being paid for them or something, but I watch a lot of Shudder originals, And I think that it's absolutely worth the $6 a month now. I think it's $5.99, but it might still be $4.99. I can't remember. But they're doing really well again with their originals, and this is just what a stellar entry. I mean, the performances are all great, the camera work, the cinematography, the fucking violence, the twists, because there was, oh my god, as I said, I don't want to give any spoilers, so I'm not going to compare it to any other movies because I think that will give away what's going on in here. But it just does everything so damn well. I was so unbelievably pleased with this film, and I really, really hope that this gets a shitload of attention for this year. Like, everybody should be watching this that's into exorcism movies, that's into horror in general. But if you're a person that's like into exorcism movies, you're into foreign films, you're into Korean films, you're into good twists and turns and holy shit moments, and some new additions to a genre that feels very one note a lot of the times, this is your fucking movie. This is your fucking movie. This is fantastic. So anyways, let me know. Adios.